OMGs, OMGs.
Yeah, we got this.
OMGs,
That
well,
time again.
OMGs, OMGs.
I'm getting the head and dropping Mrs. OMG. My lovely husband, you know, in my OMG. And together you can call us the OMG. Sit back, relax, and sip your tea. We keep you company.
OMGs, 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 well, OMGs, OMGs, OMGs.
Welcome to our channel, OMGs. Welcome to our channel, OMGs. Welcome to our channel, OMGs. Welcome to our channel, OMGs. OMGs, 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 OMGs. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. How you guys doing? How was your weekend? Did you enjoy?
Yes, thanks. I did.
I was asking them. Our weekend we spent out. Well, you enjoyed your retreat that you did. Shout out to PwC.
Yay! PwC.
Not the company, the
group, the prayer group.
exactly.
So
Prayer Women
there were some
Conference.
So close. Praying Women's Circle. I know some people had messaged me and said that they wanted to get involved. I'm so sorry. I should have put it out here that we're having a retreat. We're gonna have another one next year,
and on your page.
And I'll make sure they asked me on here, and I'll make sure to let you guys know.
Women, you know, women and men. These are our
But it'll be
women.
another one next year, August. So watch out for that.
Yeah. So guys, we're here again today and Vision 10 minutes. Don't worry, you guys. Anyways, today, before we start, I told you I have a surprise for you, but I won't show the surprise.
Why not?
Till we start. So now we've started. Calm down.
Till we start. There's stories.
So we just started. I'm about to show you the stuff. Surprise! You are baying, Bebeto. You are jumping.
I'm getting it.
Jaguar. Don't spoil the groove. Anyways, let me show you the surprise. I'm coming.
So I'm coming, let me get the surprise.
I actually don't know what the surprise could be. I was hoping it was food, but we thank God. It's not food, but hopefully it's better.
My mic should be picking from here too, so yeah, keep talking.
I don't know why I'm so easy
I can't
to
hear you.
please. I don't know why I'm so easy to please. If you just bring me food, I'm actually very happy. And I think I've heard something.
I thought you would have cooked.
Cooked when? Babe, when? With what energy, please?
I don't know now, I'm not omni-knoweth.
You know, I've not slept properly in like 2 days. 2 days or 3 days I've not slept properly. And you thought I would have cooked. What would I have cooked? With what? I'm hiding my belly because right now it's looking massive. And I'm not pregnant.
This thing's still picking my voice. I'm very sure this surprise is
I'm
going
so tired.
Because she always forms.
It was a
Can't
wonderful,
be surprised, can't be
wonderful,
surprised.
wonderful
Let's see how this goes
retreat.
down.
And I took Remy with me, so that made me a little bit more, it made
No.
me work a bit harder, but it was wonderful for her as well. Actually. Really
So I'm coming back in.
So yeah, I will definitely let you guys know. Those that are interested, I'll let you know in advance to next year, because it was phenomenal. Anyway, he's back now. I'm here talking to...
What is all the Yetunde vlogs?
What?
I said you don't turn our channel to Yetunde vlogs.
Close your eyes.
Alright,
Don't open.
they're closed. Is it food?
Don't come on, open now. Which?
Is it food? It's feeling warm. I can hear something.
What size do you wear?
What? On what?
Your size 8, yeah? Dress.
Body? Yeah.
Open.
I knew it! It was food! I knew it!
You didn't know it.
I did. I felt like I could sense a warmth in the bag. Oh shit!
Warmth in the bag. Did you touch the bag?
Small chops.
Did you touch the bag? You sense warmth in the bag.
No, I could sense it. And that's why I was sniffing around.
Anyways, you guys remember
See?
the force she was creating about
Before.
small chops in 2 episodes ago.
But can I just say, wait.
Yeah?
I see, such a wonderful man. You're a
Food,
really
because
wonderful
of
man. You know that this
Oh my
man,
God.
before we were dating, when he was toasting me, I was really ill and he happened to call me. My cutlery. Small chops.
Did you wash your hand?
Yeah, before.
You didn't?
I did before.
Okay. Now I'll use...
No, I can bring the cutlery.
Shabi, you don't need now.
He bought me food when I was ill. He bought like amala I love okra soup. I think I told him that I really like Amara okra soup. And he remembered and he brought it to me when I was really sick. I think I had malaria or something that time. We weren't dating. I used to date him after still.
So your best
But I
memory of
boxed.
me as food.
But I boxed down at Amala and okra and I still didn't date him. Ladies, find you a man that will look out for that man that you will eat his food and he will still be persistent. You know, or he'll give you food and he's not expecting anything in return. Even though he was, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? It was from the depths of his heart. Anyway.
Anyways, you guys remember the force she created about small talks? That was episode of when we fight or we fought again. I can't even remember. The name was about small chops. She wanted us to go to House on the Rock to get small chops. So we went the next week.
It's not actually House on the Rock, cool. He's
outside House on the Rock. So after that fight week, we went the next week and we bought our small chops. As in, you know, normally for small chops, like the basic ingredient is the dough, the flour, then you put other things.
Do re mi.
The basic ingredient for this one was sugar. Sugar was the baking powder, the baking, what they used to bake, and they put every other thing. As in, we feel all of us in the house, we spent the better part of the 24 hours in the toilets.
Including my mommy.
So you're happy now. But at least, thinking of your love for small chops, that's why I got this one. So
It's one of the best Nigerian inventions. I
anyways,
don't even know it. As in Nigeria, I don't think any other African country, do you guys have small chops like this? I don't think so. I don't know anyways.
so one of the basic advantages of marriage,
No, let's no.
yeah, I know now, but
Yeah.
this is what leads to the gist. So that I've experienced, yeah, is the fact that
Chicken is good.
and this is our own standard though, it's not like we don't know anything, you know, but it's the unconditioned, like to have somebody that really, really loves you, one person in the world that really, really loves you, and personally for me, like she really, really respects me when I don't even ask for it, like I actually don't ask for it, but she really, really, really respects me. We'll buttress on that in the next episode, but talking about respect, like she respects me so much and I do not ask for it, and that's one thing about respect. It should be earned. It should not be demanded. And that's one thing about Nigerian landlords, most of them.
And elders sometimes.
A lot of people like in position of authority. The fact that you're in a position of authority does not mean you have to be respected. Like
Or that you're older.
you actually you need to earn the respect. You need to respect yourself first, yeah? So yeah, Nigerian landlords are the perfect example of people that try to demand respect that they've not worked for or they've not earned, you know. So that's one of the, that's one of the advantages me I've seen in marriage. The fact that I have somebody that loves me unconditionally and respects me even when I do not ask for it. It feels good to be loved and respected.
I love you, baby.
So that's my point one. So what's your own?
To have someone to always have my back. You always got my back.
Big bag that you don't cover.
Imagine this outfit is like a jumpsuit, which I've worn a couple of times. And so my husband, he
I
was
hope our
like,
chewing is not really making annoying noises to you guys.
I hope so. Some people like this because it's like MUKBANG, isn't it? Excuse me. And he was horrified that I'd ever worn this out because it was backless. I was like, I didn't know you were this conservative, Mr. Ajibobi.
So this is your advantage of marriage.
No, I said that someone having my back. Next.
Expand on it now. Did you see the way I expanded on my own?
Okay. That through whatever challenge I may have, or with someone else, or anything that I'm going through, is having the support of somebody constantly. Even if he doesn't fully understand, he still tries to be there for me. And that means a lot. If this life is hard enough, so imagine trying to do it on your own without no support, it's even harder. But having somebody aside from God, someone physically here, it's a real blessing.
And I think I know how much that means to her. It's like even my first point, like having just to my first point. Because what I said the first time was somebody that loves you unconditionally. And somebody that has your back. It's the same thing. You idea thief.
Well, you didn't explain it like I did, so well.
Anyways, so I think like I realized how much this meant was that fight we had that we didn't talk for maybe 2-3 days. It really got to one. The third day when I go home, I didn't meet her. She had gone out to drink.
Coffee.
Yes, I had to drink coffee. But you be fresh, babe. Bro. Like she was really upset and everything. And she said she needed to clear her hair, so she went out to one exquisite hotel. I don't want to mention their name, so because they don't pay for advert. See vex, so see as person the vex, so hotel one corner for the hotel, ordered for biscuits and coffee.
I didn't order the biscuit. I ordered for a latte, and it came with a biscuit, a little biscotti. That's what they do in coffee shop place.
What a way to vex. But anyways, like she was really upset.
I was talking to my friend. Shout out to you, Tola.
So she said like she felt like the person that she felt that this person and me against the world, that no matter what now, both of us is like now the person is against her. But anyways, my next point.
Oh, that was so sad.
My
I
next
was
point,
crying.
which is like should I say a rebound or a disclaimer from what we put up, not really disclaimer, but a further explanation from what we said about it last week. Because last week we talked about our married fantasies that are not, we realized that they are not real. And one, we were like, we thought we want to be having sex every time, blah, 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 but sometimes we get that. Now, one of the advantages I found about marriage, because the way it now sounded last week is as if the sex is somehow, one of the major advantages I found about marriage is the sex, yeah? The fact that side of your life is settled.
You stop saying that word in case they demonetize us. In case they demonetize us. Because you keep using the sex word.
Oh, is it a thing that you can't use it? Okay, the knowledge of each other.
You just need the knowledge. Having intercourse. Oh no, that's not good.
Is it biology we're doing? So
Making
the knowledge,
love. Making love.
having that side of your life settled, like you don't have to do it with guilty conscience or to be scared of the results or anything, you know. Although it gets a bit for marriage too, because we had a plan that as we got married now, like we had like a vision 2020 plan that that's when we start giving birth. But people know that story went now, because our daughter is as old as our marriage. You know. But yeah, it's really amazing. It's part of the advantages of marriage.
So,
Knowledge of each other is actually a very, very beautiful thing. When done,
babe, you're banging on now, okay?
when done in that way and with peace of mind.
Oh, that's true.
You jumped. You know, I said you were on foot, like you were jumping. See how you have jumped again. Yeah, your next point.
Okay.
This thing, let's just even say it's about eating. Talk your next point. Let's close this thing. 10 minutes.
Wait, Jenny.
Wait, you finished the second one? This is the second one.
No, babe.
Where is it?
That's unfair.
Yeah, continue.
I'm not some sort of hungry beast. You still don't believe me. I can't believe that. Anyway, one of the advantages of marriage is the fact that, in spite of myself, like you really said actually, unconditional love. But so what I was saying was that you can go a lot further together than you would on your own. And me saying that is that I find that a lot of things about myself where I would second guess myself, I would constantly procrastinate in various areas, that is where he helps me to, pull my socks up and he picks up the slack. And vice versa, in the areas that he may procrastinate or he's not as good at, I help him to pull up his socks. So it's having that covering as well and that protection. Because sometimes, yes, you want to be vulnerable to people, but you have to be careful who you're vulnerable to. And you need to have, so sometimes people, we look like we have it all together, but we don't always have it all together. But at the same time, in order to protect yourself, you need to have some sort of covering. Do you get what I mean? And, having somebody to cover you in life. What are you doing? Like, you're rubbing your...
I'm getting the...
They can see that you rub your arm on
I started in it.
on my
You
boob.
wish.
I didn't mean covering like that. But anyway, covering.
Start complimenting each other. That's...
Not necessarily, it's deeper than that. Like, it's deeper than that. Is that protection?
You are my strength in my weakness, and my strength in your weakness.
Exactly.
Complimenting each other. Complimenting angles, mathematics, alternate angle.
Yeah,
Right.
well, okay. You just like to finish my thing for me. Well done, continue.
No, continue. I'm like...
What's shit on son?
But then she...
What's she falafel? I mean?
This proposition. So yeah, we complement each other. All right. That's a good point.
I know it is. I know. And that's why you run out of points.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm about to say the next point, which is going to be a major bad blues.
Is it a glass boost?
But you know what he's just saying now? Is your battery is dead.
No?
Oh. What you just said now is like a good joke. When you ask people questions, signs for you to know that people don't know that answer is like you just ask. So what are the arms of government? When you hear responses like, "Thank you very much for that question." Why did you thank me? Answer my question. You get? Or, wow, that is a very, very good question. Like, as in, I'm so happy you really asked that question. You actually know what you are doing. But before I talk about the arms of government, I want to actually tell you about what brought about. They will just divert you and not say they know answer.
Like a true politician.
But yeah, another very, very, very major advantage of marriage, which we have found, is the speed that comes with praying in agreement. Like, God answers prayers, yeah. But I think there's a special delivery or maybe there's a special department for answering prayers of people in marriage that are in agreement.
It's a very powerful union. It's so incredibly powerful that we don't really, I feel like in the world nowadays, people try to diminish the power of marriage because of perhaps their quite limited and narrow viewpoint. But marriage is such a powerful union that, whatever happens within that marriage, it can either make or break the person. Like, it's so when praying together is just, like, even no matter, the prayer doesn't have to be one elaborate prayer. Just a simple prayer together can drive you a lot further than you can ever imagine. Like,
and we have not really even scratched the surface of this awesome privilege and VIP access card we have to God, and the responses we have gotten with the small edge we have been able to. Every time we talk to the edge now, but you understand.
We've been able to, like, it's propelled us in ways that we never imagined.
And it's really good to play in agreement in marriage, but more so, like, a lot of people don't know this, but we heard from.
Oh my God.
We actually heard from like a couple to like senior colleague couples that have been married for a while, and they said they tried and it works like crazy. Have you ever tried praying when you and your wife or you and your husband are knowing each other in that process?
Why do you always say knowing each other?
You just said I should not use the S word. What else did I say?
Then you go from one extreme to the other.
What is the extreme about knowing each other?
I feel like I'm in the 1500s, knowing each other.
So what would you rather me say?
Having knowledge of each other.
I should say when we are doing biology.
You're
I don't
intimate
understand.
together. You're intimate.
When you and your
spouse
are knowing each other,
intimate,
and you pray in that knowledge of each other, like when you are inside each other and you pray.
Wow, you've already gone. Can you go and continue? Wow.
Now, like some people are getting rema from this, and it's no joke.
Sorry,
okay, wait,
yes.
Is it true or false?
No, it's true. I agree. I wouldn't have put it in such vulgar terms,
awesome.
but
it's awesome. Like, there's no agreement more agreeing than because there's no way you guys will know each other if you are not in agreement. If you are fighting, you will not know each other. Do you understand? And if, like, do you get?
And like, that's why, because they say that, sex is a very powerful tool. When it's used
for example,
right.
If you are, I'm sorry, continue. When it's used right.
When it's used right, it can be used to great advantage. When it's misused, it can be used to great demolishment, like destruction. Actually, it can destroy someone's life. People like, as I'm saying this, it may seem like I'm not trying to preach or anything. You know, I feel like because I've just come out of the retreat, so I'm like, hallelujah. I'm feeling fully. I've been immersed. So anyway, I find that, you know, stop rubbing your elbow on my boobs. You know, sex is it's such a powerful tool. When you look at patterns of people that are having sex in marriage, you know, that have a good sex life, you know, like an active one, a healthy one, and you know, not only does it help you in other areas as well. Sex is not everything, but it's very, very significant. As opposed to when a marriage is sexless, and what are you doing? And there isn't that intimacy. It can divide the home. In what? Why are you laughing?
I see the motivational speech when my wife carved out of sex.
But anyway, yeah, it can divide a home. And
hey man, it's good to give them this thing well. As in, see how passionate. Did you see the passion in her eyes? Did you see the fire in her? As in, see how she. Me say, but when they look, say where did they talk go? So as in.
Anyway.
So call my pussy phone and one other like.
No. Do you know what a healthy sex life in marriage is very important. That's something that I've been learning and I'm still learning. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but it's something that I've.
the expert. No, continue.
Anyway, but it's something that, you know, by the grace of God, I've been able to hear from other more experienced women, and you know, they've said the same thing. Like, you know, they know what their life has been like when them and their husbands have had, you know, good sexual encounters, and you know, and they're having a healthy sex life, as opposed to when they're not, you know, and it's just okay once in every blue moon, or they become like roommates or whatever. So you know, I just feel like we need to understand the power that we carry, and especially as married couples, and for those that want to be married, they need to understand that marriage is still a great union, and it's still something that it can, like you said, it's something that you can be great at and be great with. So don't let the very small percentage of people that say otherwise fool you, basically. So that was it, really.
That's how marriage was just dive into sex. And it seems you just gave 15-minute speech on sex, but it makes me feel good. Like
see how he made it about himself, well. And I'm like, well.
So
okay.
Back to my point, which you stole from me, and turned to a full lecture because as you just heard sex, then check out people you more. Anyways, but seriously, try it and see the result. Like praying, because it is in agreement. Like there's no way you would be knowing each other and you are not in agreement. You get, there's like, if your wife is not happy with you, even you, like if you know in marriage they say it's possible, like rape is actually possible in marriage. Like you get, like it's not just outside, because when the other party does not want and you are forcefully, do you understand? And there's no agreement in that. But agreement, side A, side B, in the process of that, because it's spiritual. It's process of that spirituality and like when you are about to arrive at Canaan and that gloriousness.
Right. Anyway, guys, you get the point.
Like you now ask for something that you are asking. Like
Babe,
you
get the point.
Put your request in prayers.
They've heard you.
Babe, I'm serious. I'm actually serious. You put your request in prayers, earnestly, seriously, in one voice. Like both of you will already know what you're about to pray for together before that time. You now ask for it. It will be like jazz when it arrive. But anyways.
And you talk about my lecture, flipping it.
You are the one that inspired mine.
I'm glad.
Let's just stop here for today. We have a lot to talk about, but let's just stop here for today. But basically, all these things are actualized when you marry the right person. That's what I feel. You know, when you marry the right person. And when people talk about marrying the right person, I feel there's a kind of pressure or tension that comes with that. It's not that deep. It's not a dying matter. Like marrying the right person can be as easy as this, you get. It's all about asking God for what you want and really believing in it, and you know, you're going to get it.
And trusting that He will give you the person that He's ordained for you. Because sometimes what we think we want isn't what we need.
It's
So,
so out of my mouth. Like,
yeah.
don't. Marriage is something you should not go with your own mind, like with your knowledge.
Because I think if I did, I probably wouldn't have married my husband.
Because normally in life, like I'm not really your spec like that. No.
No, that's not why. It's not about that.
So if you use your own brain now, no be person like me for day with. Say now, God grace, just carry me come. See, I know it no be my size normally. Talk calm now.
That's not what.
Anyways, to the people.
That's not what I'm saying. I
Leave me
think
alone,
because I say because my own ridiculous vision of let me not.
You know, you are even worsening it. Like your
No vision. No, my own.
your vision is not.
Like I believe that I was that time. I
Say
initially.
it's not be me. Say it's not supposed to be me. Just shut up.
No, it was
Just
shut
fem.
up. Shut
Oh yeah, sorry. Just fem. Just hold your lips.
No. Let me know. It's only fair for me to clear what I'm talking about. I say that because I know that if I hadn't given it to God, right, it wouldn't have worked the way it should have. Basically, I may have given you a chance. I may not have given you a chance. I don't know. But it wasn't about that. But it may not have been in the right way. Just like if you had dated me the first time you saw me, it wouldn't have worked. So, but anyways, thank God I married the man of my dreams.
I'm trying to say something that you keep.
I thought you
straying
finished.
me away from. I'm rounding up, but you keep straying me away from. So, like, because at the end of the day, you don't really know anything about yourself because you're not the one that made yourself. The person that made yourself has your manual. The person that made you has your manual. Do you understand? And to get the best use of something, you have to go back to the manual. No matter whatever it is, even ordinary fan. Do you know, I'm very, very sure there are some features of a fan that we don't know and we will not know because over Sabi they do, we know they read manual. Once you read manual, you have the perfect mastery.
That's it. Oh, hallelujah.
What you're doing. So, especially for marriage, pray and believe and you shall get.
Amen.
To the single ones, this is no way putting a pressure to you. We are not even saying marriage is on you. We are not even saying marriage is compulsory because marriage is actually really not compulsory. If you like, marriage is not a criteria to making heaven or to having a good life. You understand? Marriage just it's a wonderful thing when you get it right and everything, but it doesn't mean that you are not now married, you have missed it in life. Do you understand? So that's not our point. So
everything in its time.
Exactly. So let's just say this talk is just focused on people that aligned that okay, yeah, I want to get married, but how do like people. So if you are not really aligned with the vision, it doesn't mean you are wrong. Because I said this thing somewhere, like it was said in the Bible. Paul said it that left to him, he would have preferred that nobody got married because that way, like you are even holier that way. He said something like that. But marriage is
because you can give
so
more
that
time to things of God. That's why.
And but marriage is such that like man should not sin in the sense that the only way, because we can have these things we crave, e.g. sex, and the only way we can have it and it will still be acceptable to God is under the institution of marriage. Yeah. You get so.
This round up that you were doing took about another 10 minutes, but we thank God. Thank you, Pastor Emmanuel. Love you. You're wonderful, baby me.
So today's random nice fun today.
OMGs, OMGs.
Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Archie. Praise the Lord. Say hello. Hi. Kisses. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, friend. I want to teach you a song. See. Let us carry Jesus up and throw Satan away. Up, Jesus. Down, Satan. Do you want to try with me? Sing it as you start. Let us carry Jesus up and throw Satan away. Up, Jesus. Down, Satan. Hope you enjoyed it. See you same time, same station. I beg, you know. I should be left to you for not marrying me. So, leave me alone. When you want to kiss me, first pray first.
Tell you
First be in
moved
this. First be in
Tell you
this.
moved over.
Move over where. Anything you want to do now, tell God to do it to me on your behalf. Like just I don't even have
Because
to
I
put
was
it. Just first pray.
tripping.
I beg you.
You're not hearing me.
Left to you, no go marry. No kiss me.
I had to marry, like...
No, speak in tongues before you kiss me. Speak in tongues before you kiss me.
It is your song. Oh, oopsies. Bye, guys. Maybe me.
Let me marry you.
Baby me.
Let me